Bobby, you said that your first game was the Penn State game, which wasn't a game that went well for this program. Like, what do you remember about that and just kind of being in that stadium and playing your first game and the disappointment of that day?
Yeah, first it was the excitement of the day, right? First college game, playing in an environment up there where there's 110,000 people there. I believe we're ranked second. They might have been third or vice versa. So it was a kickoff classic. It was a really big game. Now, as you said, didn't go as planned, but, I was able to catch a kickoff in that game. I believe I had a couple catches, so it was fun for me to get my feet wet in a hostile environment in such a big game like that. Unfortunately, 45-7 in that way was tough, but it was kind of dictated how the rest of our season went, honestly.
Is this surreal for you to be back here in this environment?
It is. This is definitely a dream come true. I've, put this in the universe many, many times, talking to family and friends, just stating how awesome it would be to be able to get back here and coach at my alma mater. It's such a proud moment where the university has been and then where it's at now, and especially the football program. They've done a great job of getting to where they are right now, so it's an exciting time for Arizona football. And it's also a tough one for us now because we got to be able to maintain that. And, we got a good coaching staff that'll be able to help.
I want to know what people said to you when other Arizona alums would say to you when they would see you in those other colors that you were wearing for a few years.
Yeah, I had friends like Lance Briggs that, it was tough. I stopped getting invites to people's houses. I definitely had to make sure what I'm wearing around them was the right stuff before I got kicked out of the houses that we were hanging out at. But it was an interesting time. My wife also graduated from the University of Arizona, so there was that conversation at home as well. But obviously, I tell people the older we get, you got to pick passion over pride, and football is a passion of mine. Being able to coach is a passion, and teach. So Arizona State gave me that opportunity, and I'm grateful for that.
You were around some legends there, obviously. Herm Edwards, Marvin Lewis was in the house there. Antonio has now become an NFL coach. What did you learn from all of them?
So much. I think probably the biggest thing is just understanding that this is an ebb and flow game, and we're still dealing with young men, some might say kids. And so, you're going to get, a lot of change in personality, a lot of ups and downs with energy, and you got to find a way to be consistent. You got to be that leader in your room. So, I truly pride myself on that, making sure that I show up every day with the right energy and something that the boys can look at and want to emulate. So, I think that was the biggest deal, and just understanding that, you got to do it every day. And it was fun, and it was a good experience for me to start there.
Coach Babers just said you wowed him in that first meeting, just, how he remembered you as a player and now seeing you in the coaching role and the knowledge that you bring. And where do you think you've kind of just jumped off the page in that aspect?
Experience helps me with that, and then obviously the coaching too in my past. I give Babers a lot of credit for a lot of the discipline that I've gained early in my playing career, a lot of detail-oriented focus. He's very focused on the minutia, and he's very military-minded when it comes to the discipline of things, and that really helped me steer my career as a player. And then as a player, those things that made me successful, I believe, are the same things that will make me successful as a coach, and that's, again, just paying attention to the details and being able to listen to players and understanding how people learn, and being able to give them the tools and the information that they need to be successful.
When you're here in 2000 and you see Brent as a GA, did you look at him and say, yeah, he might be able to do this at a high level someday?
Absolutely. He was always, very. He was a person, because he was just finished playing, so he was able to demonstrate a lot of the techniques and the things that we needed to see that helps us, actually see somebody else demonstrate it in us to be able to mimic that and put it onto the field. So he was extremely helpful with that, and he was very clear with his communication, very similar to how he is now. And so there was no doubt in my mind that he was going to be a successful coach and a head coach one day.
What jumps off the page when you watch Tetrone McMillan on tape?
He's a playmaker. His ability to catch the ball in tight areas, contested catches, he's very good at. He has a very unique way to control his body, has elite hands. So he has the full package. Obviously, his length and his speed is very competitive as well. So, there's so much that he can do on the football field. And with that said, I know he'll tell you too. There's more things that we can work on, and that's our focus this year is trying to find a way to take him to another level in preparation to play on Sunday.
Coach Babers talked about